Hey, what's up? It's Darius Rucker. Thanks for sending in your questions, and special thanks to my man Cody Allen and everybody at CMT for having me on today. So let's get to your questions. I answer as many as I can. Let's see. Jeremy from Singapore. Singapore. Say hey, Jeremy. I've been to Singapore. I love that place. What's your favorite Southern comfort food? My favorite Southern comfort food is okra soup. It's a soup. It's a kind of more of a stew made with okra and tomatoes and corn and lima beans, and it's just absolutely awesome. I love it. It's my favorite thing to eat in the whole world. Krista from Long Beach asks, when preparing for a tour, how difficult is it to come up with a set list, and what is your process? It's work. I wouldn't say it's difficult. You got to you got to play the hits, so you have those. But the hardest part is deciding what album tracks to play. You know what you're loving to play, especially off the new album. So it's not that hard, but the process is just sitting around and trying to come up with the songs that are going to make people have fun, dance, and want to be at your show. Miranda from Denver asks, are you excited for the CMA Fest? Yes, it's always a great time. That whole week is a great time, and the shows are great, on the weekend. So I'm looking forward to CMA Fest very much. Sam from Georgia asks, what made you get into country music, and who was your favorite country singer growing up? The music made me get into country music. Randy Foster and Nancy Griffith and those guys that I got turned on to in the 80s really made me want to sing country music someday. But growing up, my biggest influence was definitely Kenny Rogers. I thought he was amazing. As a little kid, I knew all the words to all those songs, and so I still think he's amazing. And he's just, his voice and his songwriting is incomparable. There's nobody like Kenny Rogers. Sarah from Hickory asked, I was curious to know about how you met Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley. Oh, just hanging around in Nashville is how I met most of those guys. I met Brad. We were produced by the same guy when I first started, and it was a college buddy of Brad. So I met Brad through him. And Carrie I met at just at the CMAs or just hanging out in Nashville. We just met and became friends. She's awesome. Kathleen from Topeka asked, what is your favorite vacation spot? Bermuda. I like to go to Bermuda. I haven't been in years, but I love to go to Bermuda. I think it's a great island, great people. I have great friends there, and the golf is good. So definitely Bermuda. Rhonda from Cicero asked, would you consider putting out a reunion album with Hootie? I've been following you since way back then. Yeah, we're going to put out another record sometime. We haven't set a date or a year or anything like that, but we know that we're going to do another record. It's just a matter of doing it when the time's right. Caitlin from Durham asked, is it hard being away from your family when you're on the road, and how do you keep in touch? Yes. It's the hardest part of what I do, is having to be away from my family when I'm working. And the technology has made keeping in touch so easy with FaceTime and Skype and all that stuff you can do. It's made it a lot easier to really see each other every day and talk to each other every day, but it's still awful. I hate being away. Casey from Ontario asked, do you prefer golf or football? If you're talking about watching, I prefer football. Not even close. If you're talking about playing, you're talking about golf. Not even close. These knees and back don't allow me to play football anymore, so golf is definitely my playing sport, but football is definitely my watching sport. Noah from Spokane asks, is Let Her Cry about a real person? Yes, Let Her Cry is about a real person, but the genders in the song is mixed. It's about an old girlfriend, and I was the girl in the story, and she was the guy in the story, and so yes, it's about a real person. Sarah from Springfield asks, what is your favorite song in Southern style? Oh man, it's hard to say what my favorite song is. I love them so much. I think there's so many songs on my new record that I love. I hope they're singles. I hope they do well. But it's like asking me which one's my favorite kid. That's not fair. I love all those songs a lot, or they wouldn't have made the record. Mike from Bishop asked, how long was the process of working on the album? Did you write any of the tracks? Yeah, I co-wrote all the tracks on the album, Mike. The process was a long time because I made my Christmas album and Southern Style at the same time last year, so that was like a lot of work. But it took a little longer than my other records took, but I think it was worth it. Yeah. Kristen from Mesquite asked, what is your favorite pizza topping? I like pineapple and sausage on my pizza. I know it's weird, not pineapple and ham, but pineapple and sausage is my favorite pizza topping. Ever from Calgary asks, what advice do you have for Steven Tyler and successful pop rock artists who decide to make country albums? Have fun. You know, I mean, Steven's such a legend and such a great dude, and so, you know, that would be my advice to him. Just have fun and be real. Steven's always real. Laura from Dubuque asks, I know you support childhood cancer. What got you started in choosing such a wonderful cause of support? The Children's Hospital here in Medical University of South Carolina, the Children's Hospital here. I've been on the board for years, and you know, just for years we've tried to help childhood cancer. It just, I mean, those two words just don't seem to really should go together. It's so unfair for a child to get cancer. So I try to do as much for that as I can, and that just started a long time ago. Lou from Boston asks, were you anxious switching over to country, or were you confident about the change? I wasn't anxious or confident because I didn't expect anything. You know, I was just doing what I wanted to do. I was just making the record I wanted to make. I got lucky. I thought I'd gotten lucky and got a record label to pay for it, and so I didn't have to go make the record. And you know, I didn't expect, you know, my first single to go to #1 or anything. I was just trying to make the record I wanted to make. So I wasn't, you know, I wasn't anxious or confident. I was just having fun with it. Rebecca from Paintsville asks, what made you decide to do acoustic pre-show on your upcoming tour? That's so awesome. Well, thank you. I thought it was just a cool way to reach some fans. You know, have a little acoustic show, 3 or 4 song acoustic show before I go on. That'd be a cool way for me to warm up before I go on. So I just thought it was going to be a really nice thing for the fans, and I hope it turns out well. Arlene from Crawford asks, which country artists are you aching to do a collaboration with? Tons of people. I mean, Carrie, you know, Miranda. I'd love to work with Keith Urban. I think Keith and I would do a great song together. I'm leaving so many people. Reba. You know, I'd love to do something with Charlie Pride. There's just so many guys and women out there I would love to work with. That, I mean, I'd be here all day just answering that question. Robert from the United Kingdom asks, Robert from the United Kingdom asks, did you expect such a massively successful career in country music? No, did not. I'd be lying if I said I did. You know, I'm thankful for it. I say my prayers every night and I thank God, but this was a labor of love for me. I was doing what I wanted to do. I really didn't expect it to be this successful, but I'm so glad it is. Jeff from Myrtle Beach asks, do you like playing festivals or touring on your own better? Oh, I like touring on my own. I love, you know, touring on your own is great. I love festivals a lot, you know, but when you're touring on your own, you have, like this year I have, you know, Brad Eldridge and the Brothers Osborne and 1,000 Horses with me, and we'll all be on buses riding together and become really good friends with each other, so I enjoy that. I enjoy touring on my own a lot, but I love festivals too. Reba from Somerville, that's a suburb here of Charleston, just in case you didn't know, asked, what is your favorite song to perform live? Oh, I can't answer that. There's too many. I love performing a lot of them. You know, goodness gracious. I just love, my favorite song is a song that makes the crowd go crazy. Whatever song that is at that moment is my favorite song. Matt from Clover, do you still stay in touch regularly with the guys from the Blowfish? All the time. Saw Sony yesterday. Talk to Mark and Dean all the time. We'll always be friends. We'll always be brothers. We'll always be a band. So yeah, I talk to those guys very regular. Patricia from Sunray asks, what's your favorite city to play in? Oh, I love to play home here in Charleston. I love to play Red Rocks. Red Rocks is probably my favorite venue to play. So, you know, I love going around the States and playing. I mean, in Canada, and it's been, the last 7 years have been a great run. You know, and so I love to play anywhere people want to see me play. I'm cool with that. Hannah from Connecticut asks, what's your favorite thing to do in your spare time on the road? We play a lot of golf on the road. You know, when my kids aren't out with me, I play a lot of golf. So that's probably my favorite thing to do most of the time, is if I don't get a chance to play golf. Susan from Belfast asks, what song you've written means the most to you? Ooh. Once again, it's one of those things where I can't come up with one that is like just so much more important than the other ones that mean the most to me. I mean, you know, you had songs like Let It Cry and you know, All Right, but they, you know, all my songs mean a lot to me. I mean, especially the ones that make records. So I can't. There's not one that sticks out that much. Don from Nashville asks, "How is being in country music different from the rock star and mainstream you started in?" Country music is more like a big family. It really is. You know, you hear that, but I can vouch that it's true. It's more like a big family, and it's also, you know, when you talk about radio and stuff, your relationships, you have such great relationships with people that it's so much. It's more down to earth. It's more real. It's country music is more about family. Casey from Niles asked, "Do you have any cover songs you especially love playing?" Yep, I got a lot of them. I love to play Purple Rain. I love to play Family Tradition. I love to play The Joker. I mean, I still think I'm a singer in a cover band. I got really lucky, so I love to play. I love covers. I can't get enough. Love playing them. Jordan from Memphis asks, "Which do you prefer, Los Angeles, New York, or Nashville?" Charleston. Again, thanks to my man Cody. Cody, thank you so much. And thanks to everybody at CMT for having me today for my Southern Style Ask Anything Chat. I'll see you guys later.